Welcome back to Cask and Point. Today is day 13 of the New Era Bourbon Club Advent Calendar, where from December 1st through December 25th, we'll be trying 25 fun, funky, mysterious samples. We're going to be giving tasting notes, we're going to rate it, and we're going to be trying to guess what we're having, and then at the end of the video, we'll find out exactly what we had. Now, we have done really well in the last 2 days. Now, before that, we did bad, all right? Day 6, 7, 8, 9, we did really bad, but day 11 and day 12, both massive wins. We guessed them basically exactly right. So we want to continue this streak. We're on day 13. Let's get right into it. On the nose here, there's a good amount of maltiness, and I will say the color on this is pretty deep. It looks like kind of an amber, almost like a reddish hue on this. So it looks like this could be a finished whiskey, but I'm not getting a ton of wine notes, which is what I would expect out of a color that's that red, that's kind of bourbon-y. Maybe there is some cognac note to this. So there's definitely a lot of malt, and that maltiness is definitely the strongest of this. There's a little bit of grape, plum, and fig when I really dig deep. A little bit of baking spice, a little bit of rye spice, some cloves, and a little bit of oak. It's actually pretty complex, so there's quite a bit to pick apart here. Let's try it. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. So, it's pretty flat. That's suspicious. I'm thinking this is some sort of finished whiskey, some wine finish on some sort of like malt whiskey. I'm trying to think where I've had this before. The flavors were really flat. It started out with a nice punch of that fig, that plum in the beginning, even a little bit of ripe, bright red fruit, like cherries, stuff like that. But then it just died. Like it just gave me some malt and then it died. So that's probably a short finish. I'll take another sip. Maybe it'll become short to medium, but that's definitely not going to be above 100 proof. I would be shocked if this is like 120, 130. It smells like there could be a little bit of heat there, but that palate just goes by really, really quickly. Honestly, this reminds me of like, I don't know, Breckenridge port finish. Like, it's pretty good. I'm thinking this is a $50, $60 bottle, and I'm thinking this is some sort of wine finish. I've realized that throughout the series, a lot of the ratings have been a 7. I think we've had one that was rated an 8, but beyond that, we've had basically exclusively 7s, which means they're worth between $50 and like $100, $120 to me. And a lot of them are way more expensive than that, which is a lot of reason why, Storm had put these in the New Era Bourbon Club Advent Calendar, which is really fun. But to me, this is also like $60. Let's take another sip. Yeah. Definitely a wine finish. Not a wine finish. But the flavors just die. It's a low-proof wine finish. I'm thinking Breckenridge port finish. And that's my best guess. This could be like a Sagamore port finish. I haven't had that before, so it wouldn't surprise me if that's what it is. I've had Sagamore double oaked. I'm trying to think of other Sagamores I've had if the flavor profile is similar to Sagamore. This isn't going to be anything normal. This isn't going to be a normal bourbon. I think this is probably a port finish. Could be a port finish rye. That wouldn't shock me, but we're dealing with a wine finish here for sure. If this is told to me that this is like Stag Junior or this is like a totally normal bourbon, I'm going to be shocked. There is some chocolatiness that's really developing on the late palate there if you really sit with it, which is nice, which is a typical flavor profile of malt. So I'm not too shocked on there. But the grapey notes here are definitely the strongest through the nose, through the mid palate. This is good. This is good. This is like I'm thinking like low 7s. I'll take another sip before I give it the rating, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that's a 7.1. It's not bad, but I wouldn't pay more than $50, $60 on this. I'm trying to really think what this could be. I'm leaning towards Breckenridge port finish. I'm leaning towards 90 proof port finish, 3 to 4 years old, probably Kentucky. I'm going to guess Breckenridge port finish just because that's really the only one that meets all these criteria that I've had. Let's find out what we're having. So we are on day 13. There are some notes here, but let's check the photos first. Detling. Okay. Not too shocked. 52 months, so that's 4 years, 4 months on there. So not super shocking. 52.9% alcohol, so that is what, 105.8 proof. So, okay, I thought it was a little bit lower, but that doesn't shock me. Is it finished? It doesn't look like it's finished. That's weird. Now that I think about it, the note that I was getting could be coffee, and I typically get coffee on Detling. Now I kind of see it a little bit more. Maybe it is a little bit of coffee. Okay, yeah, I buy that this is Detling. I probably should have got that. I've tried one Detling before ever, and it was probably about 2 months ago, and I did do a review on it. So check that out. But yeah, it is kind of like a cocoa, coffee flavor. I was saying chocolate there, and yeah, I could see that it's coffee. Detling just gives me coffee flavors. At least the one time I've ever tried it ever, I've had a lot of coffee flavors, I should say. I haven't had a lot of Detling, but there are actually quite a few notes on this. So, Angel Share Crofton Detling Bourbon for a Cure. Special breast cancer edition with pink wax, that's cool. Cask strength single barrel bourbon, aged 52 months, 105.8 proof. Special releases, Detling 1867 single barrel cask strength, the Angel Share store pick, just under 106 proof. The whiskey sales rep took an all-girl posse down to Big Escambia Creek in itty-bitty Atmore, Alabama, to select a barrel for our awesomeness and a breast cancer cure donation. This is exactly what it says here. It's rich on the nose with black coffee. Yeah, I get that. And on the palate, there's more of that plus dark chocolate. Yeah, we did get the chocolate. Oh my god, it must be the darkest bourbon you'll ever have in your glass. I did comment that it is suspiciously dark. That's what 140-degree temperatures on the top floor of a rickhouse in Alabama summer will do. So ample oak. I'm assuming it means such ample oak. Of course, and notes of dueling banjos. I'm not sure what that means. $40 of the price tag goes straight to the breast cancer research. I saw $40 and I thought this would be a $40 whiskey and I'd say, oh, that's worth it. But probably not. You should pony up for this one. You get the double satisfaction of a bodacious pour while helping save second base. Okay. Based. Cool. And those were a lot of notes. I thank Storm for writing those for me. Yeah, Detling. I buy it. It's definitely opened up to a little bit more coffee on this. A little bit more of that cocoa. It's really good. I quite like it. I think 7.1 is fair. It's probably overpriced, but now that you know that $40 of that is going to breast cancer awareness, it's probably super, super, super duper worth it. And cool. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys all in day 14.